Okay, happy Tuesday. Tuesday live sit and stitch. I'm ready to work on a quilt. Like I needed to start another one, but I did. Anywho, I am working on called Honey Pie Single Star. It's from Southern Charm Quilts. Melanie Trailer. I love her stuff. I have a lot of her fabric and stuff. And the blocks are ginormous. There's only 4, and it's huge. So let's look, see where I'm at. I've already made all my strip sets. I've already got everything cut for this, except for the slight bit that I need. I need like 3 more strips. Oh, I need 3 more strips for the borders. And so I just need to go get just a teeny bit more fabric for the background for that. So if you're hopping in, let me know where you're tuning in from and if you're working on anything tonight. I love to be able to get time in my sewing room after work. So let's get to stitching. I gotta look at my instructions because I don't remember where I am. Okay, so I already made all of that. And I went through and labeled all my pieces. My friend Sean over at The Guy Who Sews has these labels that you can purchase off his website. So what I did was I bought all of them. You get like a whole bunch in like one set, and I laminated them and printed them. So I've labeled, and then I just add my own personal labeling on my quilt pattern as I go. So like this is number 5. This is the background squares. So then I just go through. Their pieces are so big I had to set up another work area over here so I can keep everything together. So then we're going to sew one of those onto one of these. And my thread's coming out. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. All right. So let's do this. I hope everyone had a good day. I was really looking forward to this tonight. It's been a very long week. And yes, I am fully aware it's Tuesday. Very crazy last 2 days at work. It's payroll week, so we've been super busy and it's not gone our way. So I discovered something the other day. I'm not one to sit and study a machine. I just start using. I've had this machine for a couple of years. And I just realized that there's a feature on here I can hit, tap, which is stitch number 2, and it'll back stitch automatically when I start. And then when I hit the back stitch, when I get to the end, it does so many stitches and then it stops. And yes, I know I don't need to back stitch when I piece. I started doing it only because I would get to the end of a quilt and I would go to put like borders on or baste it, and my seams were coming apart at the end. So I like to backstitch. Now, when I bought this pattern, I bought it in a quilt kit from Southern Charms. It's not her fabric line, but she had a made-up quilt kit. So this is some of the This is the fabric. And then I have a plain white background, and then this is the other one. So these are the 3 prints that are going to be in the quilt. And then I have just a solid white background for it too. So It's really cute. I just really liked it. I thought it was so cool how it was just one, like it's literally 4 ginormous blocks. Hi, Joydy. Thanks for hopping on. How are you? I hope you had a good day. Are you going to be sewing anything tonight, Joydy, or are you just coming to hang out? Keep my mouse out of the way because sometimes I hit things. And sometimes I have technical difficulties. So I think, yeah, I think we're good to do this. And I'm a huge presser as I go. Love to press. So I got my little pressing station set up over here. Get my iron heated back up. And then oh, I forget which ones are the 18.5. Those are number 8. I just got to label some more pieces here. And then these are the rectangles. Those are number 7. Just hanging out. Okay. I appreciate you hanging out. And I talk to myself a lot, so, you know. Oh, number 8. Yeah, number 8. These are one of the pieces to the, I love it, to the block. Get a little wrinkled from laying in my box. I know, I wasn't supposed to be starting more quilts. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Brian. Thanks for hopping on, guys. Hey, Dawn, I can't tell you now. My husband might hear me. I will. Hi, Zaza. I'll post something in Circle for you, Dawn. Something fun. I got a funny for you. Okay. So what's everyone up to tonight? Stalking me or sewing as well? I mean, I'll let you just come hang out and stalk. I don't care. Is that right? Yeah. And yes, I talk to myself a lot. So yes, I got to sew these 2 and then put them together. You should have seen me trying to set up. I had a lot of technical difficulties. I feel like I need to rework my sewing space. I was thinking about that at work today. I'm like, how can I rework my room? I kind of shoved I shoved myself back in this corner. Anyone else like that? I can't have my back to the door. I like to be able to see the door. Plus, I can see the double windows, so that's always a plus. Joydy says, just chilling, and Brian's just hanging out at the moment. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Zaza says, I'm just watching you. Zaza, are you stalking me? Was just tidying the sewing area. Oh, I still need to do that from all my Christmas sewing, Dawn. I'm cleaning out the fridge, Zaza. Ugh. My husband does that. He just did that tonight. It's garbage day tomorrow, so here's what he's working on. Okay. I sewed those really close together. Okay. Zaza's my stalker. Yes. I'm so glad. Like over here throwing stuff around. This pattern does have pressing instructions, which I appreciate, and I will follow them if they're in a pattern. Who else just loves a good nested seam? Just makes me so happy. So the great debate. Let's talk some quilting. Let's have some quilting debates. Is anybody else I'm going shopping for messages tomorrow, so need to do it before I fill it up. You're going shopping for messages tomorrow. I don't know what that means. Oh, and they want this one pressed open. All right, so the great quilting debate. I just started doing this. I didn't used to, but I got tired of my quilts coming apart when I went to put borders on or when I went to baste them. I am now backstitching majority of the time when I piece. So what's your preference? Do you backstitch piecing or no? My quilt bestie and I grocery shopping. Gotcha. So I now majority of the time backstitch because I got tired of things coming apart. I really have myself in a corner. I just about dumped that whole TV tray. It's chilly here in Indiana too. Dawn says always backstitch. All right, good. Got one. Well, we got two. We'll count me backstitch. Yeah, I have started it and I love it. Sorry, I'm making faces. I have hurt my arm right here somehow, and I could hardly. I can't even hardly pick up things with my left arm right now. All right, so then this big ginormous piece goes on here. I mean, how cool is this? This is just a corner of the block. I don't know if you can see it. That's one block. That's one block. And that's not just my quilt wall. That's the background is white. So it's ginormous. Oh, you reduce your stitch length. Okay, so Dawn says always backstitch. Okay, so Dawn always backstitches. Brian says I don't backstitch piecing. Maybe I would do better if I did. And Zaza says I don't backstitch, but I do reduce my stitch length. So my seams don't come apart. Spit your words out, Amanda. Okay, and this goes like this. Yep. Just like that. And I like to pin so it doesn't get cockeyed. It's completely unnecessary, but you know what? And sometimes you got to do what makes you feel better in order to get the project done. You know what I mean? Don't have to do just because somebody says it. I need to get back being active in circle again. Yes, I need to get better about getting in there. Well, I've been posting my whips I've got done. Not sure who I am right now. I've got 2 whips done this year. And then I started another quilt. Actually, this is my second quilt I've made for the year. I've made a new one already. I know. Amanda, you've got to stop making and start quilting. So I have 2 whips done, 2 quilts quilted and bound. I'm getting ready to start 3 and 4 sitting over there ready to be basted. But then after that, I'm out of batting. I got one thing of batting left, so darn it, that means a trip to the shop. Okay. So I haven't been to the quilt shop in a while, so I guess I'll go. Can you guys let me know if the closed captioning is on? I really tried hard to get it to work this time. If it's not, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Dawn says I also sewed garments before discovering quilting and always backstitch. Oh, that's true. So do you do any garment sewing now, Dawn? Brian says, I am struggling to get my sewing mojo back. Oh, I'm so sorry, Brian. Well, maybe this will help you. Get motivated. I cut this quilt out and then worked on it the night of the IU football game, so kept me busy all night through the whole game. This is my snows. I don't get in here. Yay! Okay, I take that as a win for the day. Finally got my captionings on. Yes. Thank you, Zaza. I'm not a big fan of pressing open, but this pattern calls for it. And Melanie Traylor loves to press open seams. Ooh, sometimes make quilted vest. I want to learn how to make, I want to either make a vest or a jacket. However, I can't cut up a quilt, so I'm going to quilt and make my own. I just can't do it. Just can't. I just can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little giddy that my captionings are working. It's very hard figuring that out. Sean's been helping me, and I got it this time. Okay. All right. Oh, I was supposed to just make 5 of those units, and I really didn't. Okay. Let's stop right here. This thing is so big. I don't have anywhere to lay it, so it's going to go in my lap. I was supposed to go ahead and make, oh, it just says 5. Well, don't I need more than 5? Oh, I see. So that was 2, 3. That should be 5 then. Okay, so I gotta make 5 of these. 2, 3. So I'll make 3 more of these. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm like sitting over here talking to myself and counting this out. Oh, man. Okay. Dawn says that she I piece and quilt my own vest. I shiver thinking about cutting up a quilt. Same, Dawn. Zaza says it's easier to make something to specifically cut up, or if it's a damaged quilt, they are easier to cut. That is so true. Hello, Agnes. How are you? Thanks for being here. Yes, Ian is making a... Yes, I watched that the other day. He's making a quilt coat or something for QuiltCon, I believe. Which is still, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make QuiltCon. I really want to, but I may not be in the cards this year. So we shall see. Okay, I'm going to lay these over here. I'm going to go ahead and make these 3 extra strip sets. I really didn't read the instructions very well. You know, it's all good. It's all good. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. After the day we had yesterday, I told my boss, I'm like, we need that on our door. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. Man, I get a thought and then it just goes. It just goes. Dang it, I had it. I just don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to end that one. Forgot to backstitch on that one. See, once I backstitch at the end, it knows that I stopped and it'll automatically backstitch at my next one. And I forgot to do that part. Is there a way to control how these go? I don't really care. Flowers can go any direction, right? Now, QuiltCon next year, they already have that planned. Is that in Georgia for next 2027? I thought it was already planned. But I just don't know if I can't really commit to it. I don't know if where I'll be working by then. So I'm going to be transitioning jobs here shortly. So I can't make that decision right now. Does anybody else like to press as much as I do? Do y'all set your seams? I love pressing. I might be a little obsessed with pressing. And I press my clothes a lot too. So. I press my clothes the same place as I press my quilts. So sometimes I have threads, but it's all good. It is all good. Okay, so we're going to lay these over here. These over here. Just love to press. I know Zaza's going to QuiltCon. I was really hoping to go meet Zaza because we need to have a toast for us both turning 50. But we shall see. Okay. I'm just gonna cover myself with quilt blocks. I think I messed up. No, I didn't. I didn't. I just get myself all confused. See, I didn't need to make all those, I bet. I only kind of did, but I kind of. Okay. I really got this figured out, I swear. Just gotta read and talk to myself. You know, figure everything out. I just figure everything out. No, not yet. Well, so for my job, basically I am in my position until they fill it, and then I leave. So I applied for a new position somewhere else on Friday. So I updated my resume Friday, and I'm going to start actively job hunting because I don't want the new position that they created. And they can. I don't want it. So now I got to start actively job hunting. So I really don't know when I'm going to be done. They haven't. The interviews, from what my current supervisor says, are not going well. And so I know they have an interview tomorrow. She said that one has really high potential. So I'm just ready to move on because I've already decided I don't want the new position. So, you know, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it is a little disheartening. The way they went about it is what is so upsetting. But it's in my previous career, it happened to me like 3 times. So I'm like, no. And I've already made up my mind. I'm perfectly at peace with it, and I'm ready to move on. And with that, I'm okay. And I'm okay with that. I've thought about if I was to cut, I would probably. That's what I think too. Thank you, Brian. Better things will come. I agree. Yeah, it's time. And my gut's pretty accurate most of the time. So it's I left a 23-year career in retail to go to where I'm at now. But I don't regret that decision at all, leaving retail. However, I've only been at this place 2 years, and then they're like, oh, wait, oh, hey, we're restructuring, and you're going to have to reapply for your job. That's when I was like, I don't think so. Oh, homegirl ain't playing that. Okay, let me go. I've never made a quilt with such big blocks. It's like, it was super fun making these huge strip sets. It's so funny. I still like to pin. I know it's probably silly, but it just feels better so that it doesn't get pulled to one side or the other. I know myself, apparently. So. Zaza, did you say you're going for the whole quilt con? Or are you just going for certain days? I've also thought about just coming over and staying the night Friday, going Saturday, and then I would probably drive. I think it's like, thank you, Zaza. I'm not silly. I think it's like a 9-10 hour drive for me from Indiana. How is the weather where everybody's at? It's cold and we're going to get snow. I hope we get snow. I love snow. I would just prefer it to snow me in a day or two. Bad thing is I have work from home abilities. Okay, Zaza's going for the whole time. She's like, I'm going to have fun. Yes, Dawn, I am going to be on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. I kind of took a break, but I really miss going live. And I really look forward to it, and it actually gets me in here and I get some more stuff done. So I have some different things planned I want to do. I think one night I'm going to I bought a bunch of containers. I want to start cutting and prepping my scraps. And I thought it would be fun to share my thoughts and do it on a live. Oh, tell them to share, Zaza. I love snow. We've had it and then it's gone. We get it and then it's gone. I love doing puzzles, but I can't. That's my winter project. And I'm like, there's no snow. I always wait till after the holidays and start a puzzle. Oh, thank you so much, Dawn. And then I'm like, I can't start a puzzle. It's not snowy out. Normally I sit by the fireplace and I do puzzles or I sew, as I say, like the little old lady that I am. There you go. Oh, we had 2 small snow dustings in December, but nothing since. I love snow. I love snow too. I got one more of these. I do 2. I'm ready for more. We got a really good snow, what, Thanksgiving weekend, maybe? I can't remember, but it was beautiful. Let's see if top ball. Let's see here. This make these big pieces and then I'll go add the other ones. So does anybody else make any whip goals? Zaza says, I was watching a live earlier and apparently I'm into granny crafts. Yes, me too. And I am a granny, so I had my granddaughter here Sunday trying to teach her how to crochet. Oh, she's 7. We were both stressed out after that. It's hard to teach somebody how to crochet. I tell you, especially a 7-year-old. She's like, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't know how to help you. Like, grandma can only tell you so much. You're going to have to practice and see how you like to hold it or whatever. So that was kind of overwhelming. Okay. I think I made 5 of those, and I don't know that I really needed 5 of those. Oh, I'm going to use them anyway. So look at us all in our granny crafts. But see, I was raised that way. I had a sewing day with my mom on Saturday. And we sewed and had a lot of fun, went to lunch. So I grew up crafting. My mom's done everything you can think of. Cutting out her own wood pieces, painting, crocheting, tatting. She used to sell a lot of stuff back in the day. When I was growing up. This one I got one seam to nest. Let me make sure that lines up. That's true, Zaza. They're like these grandma crafts. I'm like, but everybody did that stuff when I was growing up. I could granny out all day, Brian, right? I know. I didn't. Uh-oh, that did not look good. I've been crocheting. Oh. It didn't. I caught myself. Yeah, I mean, my grandma always was quilting by hand when I was a kid. She'd come over and actually she would come and spend. She had 8 kids, and my grandma would travel around and spend like time with each of them. And she'd always come and stay a month with us in the summer because my mom taught school, so she'd be home all summer. And I loved it because she would sit and hand piece her thing of scraps, and then I would get to pick the next fabric that went in. And I loved it. Yeah, I like to hand quilt. I like to diamond paint, crochet, quilt. We're just crafty. My husband does woodworking. We're crafty folk. I can't believe how fast this time goes when you're on here. my eyes when you're having fun. Excuse me. Lost my voice there for a second. Ow. Hey, I found my pen. I put in. I'm always sticking myself. I'll say this fabric is actually really nice. It presses really well. Kind of crisper than some and holds really well. Just trying not to press my finger. Oh, another favorite topic. What did we have for dinner? Somehow we always end up on food here. We had leftover beef and noodles my husband made, which were incredible. He made them on Sunday. Oh, they're so good. Beef and noodles. I'll have to have a snack when I get off here, though. I don't know what I'm going to have. Right, Brian? Yeah. It's not a cheap hobby either. It's about as bad as sewing. It's almost as bad as sewing and quilting, price-wise, you know. My husband has just made me some big clappers. Ooh, that's nice. Jody says, I see a lot of younger people knitting more than quilting. You know, my mom and I tried knitting long time ago. And I couldn't figure it out. And my mom's very good when it comes to crafting. She can tat. My mom can tat with a shuttle, like a tatting shuttle. We couldn't figure it out. Zaza. This is my next thing. I'd love to try wood turning. So I've done stained glass class. I've done baskets. I've done pottery. My next one is wood turning. We have a place here in the town over that holds all kinds of classes, and I follow their Facebook page, so I'm looking for when they have a wood turning class. I just ran over my own toe. That is next on my list. Then how many of those do I need to make? That's what I don't understand. Okay, I need to make another one of these. Joy, I think knitting is cheaper to get info if you don't have access to a sewing machine. That's probably true. I still need to finish my first Afghan. I start crocheting. I need to get that finished because I bought yarn to do some like dish rags. Oh, also I'm gonna tell myself I have a serger I've had in the box for a year. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet just to try it. So I got a serger to try. That's kind of on my list for February. I'm working on this tonight. And then I want to get these other two quilts. I want to get another quilt basted and quilted. My goal is to get 2 more quilts. I'm saying out loud. 2 more quilts quilted this month. Quilted and bound. I have all the fabric, backing, and binding. And then I have 1, 2. So that cuts it down. Man, I started out with almost 10 quilts. I've had 2 quilted. So I'm getting there. Glass blowing looks interesting, but I'm afraid I would burn myself all the time. Do a class. No, it's so much fun, Brian. I've done that too. We did a year ago. It'll be 2 years ago this year. We did an ornament class with some friends, and it was really fun. We didn't actually get to do the blowing part, but we got to get in the furnace and pick up the glass and stuff and choose our colors and all that stuff. That was super fun. And I would like to do it again because you can do it. You can do that, and then you can do like a kind of like a sculpted glass. Yeah, I love my stained glass class. It's a big like legal size piece of paper, I guess. I don't know, 8 by 11 maybe. It's hanging up in the kitchen window actually. So that was a fun class. My hubby got me for Christmas one year. One of the best gifts ever because I had so much fun. It was like 6 weeks on Saturday. It was just such a blast on Saturdays. And I need to look for a place. There's a place not too far from here that does basket classes. And I would like to do that again too. I've done it, but it's been eons and eons ago. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then the rectangle that goes on there is this. I'm going to lay these up here. I know. I get so excited watching all these shows. We watch a lot of shows on TV where they're like, oh, something else I wanted to do was forging. I want to try forging too. I love all that stuff. It's so much fun to watch. I love it all. Right? That would not be good, Joydy. I don't think that would be good. So yeah, that's the only part that he didn't let us do. But it was really, really fun otherwise. We did get to, like when you make the little handle, we got to like cut it. It was super fun. Okay, so these are going to go opposite directions. Oh, I'm just super tired today. Hope I sleep well tonight. I'll go cuddle up in one of my quilts when I get done. What I'll probably do. So yeah, I think I said that this will be, oh, I forgot to pin this seam. This is going to be my second quilt top I've done this year. So here I quilted 2, but now I got 2 more added to it. The one's going to be for my granddaughter. It's one that Andy taught on her live over at True Blue Quilts on New Year's Day. It was really fun. So I went ahead and made a whole quilt that weekend. And I made it with Tula Pink neon something. And I added in some pastels. Just, I think it was a Joann's pastel. Jelly roll with the Tula Pink jelly roll, and it turned out, it looks really cool. So I'm going to make that for my granddaughter. And then I decided, well, now I'm going to make all the grandkids another one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do those for Easter. And I think, oh, we're just off just a hair. And I think what I'm going to do is put Minky on the back of them this time because I have never done that. Does anybody else use Minky or Cuddle on a quilt backing? Give me all the deeds because I want to know. I kind of do both, Joydy. Joydy's asking if I take my quilts. The machine I'm working on, which I actually use as my everyday machine, is a Janome M8. And actually, it's right here. You can see I left it open. I have the stitch regulator. So I do quilt my own most of the time. I sent 2 out last year and got done. I had a quilt that I started 15 plus years ago. And I just got it quilted last year. That's on our bed. It's not big enough for our bed, but it's on our bed. Um, oh, and then the other, I couldn't remember what quilt I took to her. That one's a Carpenter Star. I have another Carpenter Star that I need to have quilted, and I think I'm going to have her do it too. I have a knot. I can do anything I want with this. I haven't practiced enough to do decorative stitches. So I don't know. I might send that one off to a quilter too. That's my question too, Zaza. I have never used Minky. So I need to do some research before I do. I don't know how my machine will handle it. And I don't know what that looks like. So if anybody has ever used Minky, let me know. I'll have to post it maybe in Discord or something and see. If anybody is in Tasha's circle group, I have posted my 2 whips that I got done in there. I will be doing a video on them sometime this week and posting on my channel. I'm going to start doing, I guess you call it like a weekly podcast, whatever, check-in to show everybody what I've been doing, because I just can't get enough of this. Oh, see, fleece would be good. Dad would wonder in that. That's a too, Brian. I'm not sure. So before I decide, I'm probably gonna have to do some research. Ask my quilty friends. Can I get this to line up? Now this, come on now. There we go. Tracy from the Sewing Channel has lots of tutorials on Minky type quilt backing. Oh, thank you for that. It's called the Sewing Channel. See, this is why. Sorry for the view. This is why I keep a notebook on all my lives. The Sewing Channel. Because I always get ideas or something. Good thing I'm the only one looking at that chicken scratch. Jeez, oh. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, it's cold in here. My heater just kicked on again. Joydy, I think it's to do with the thicker pile. It's like velvet isn't easy to sew either. Yeah, see, that's why I need to. I might actually go to my quilt shop and see if Lisa, the owner, might be able to offer me some more insight on. Maybe I can see if they have any and get some side by side. Because I do know, now that I'm thinking about it, but it wouldn't be the right colors. I may have to look online because I know that Tulip Pink has Minky, but I don't think she has it in this neon line. I think she just came out with that with the newer line. So it might not even be available, but I am going to have to do research and find out if it's what I even want to do. Kind of like the idea of just a flannel. You know, like my grandma only used sheets for her backing. My quilt, which is literally in pieces because I used it so much, is got Sesame Street on the back of it. And I used the heck out of that thing. Excuse me. Well, it's almost time for me to hit the couch. Starting to yawn. Starting to yawn. All right, so that's done. I should have pressed that open too, huh? Okay. Honestly, after the week, I can't even believe it's only Tuesday. Zaza says she has some Tula Pink Minky. Hers is thinner. I have not used it yet. I like using flannel sheets for backing. Yeah, I might do that too. You know, that would be kind of fun. It's kind of thinking if I got a flannel sheet set, because the quilt I made is just, it's not even, it's just, it's probably smaller than a lap size. It's just a little quilt. That might be a really good idea too. Kind of like to make them matching pillowcases too, because for the grandbabies, that could be fun. That'd be a really good Easter gift. If I got them maybe sheets and that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna get one full block done before we're done here. So this piece goes on this piece. Oh, that is a very good point. Very true. Very good point, Zaza. So this big old piece gets this big old piece. All right, I'm gonna have one quilt block done here for you, so you guys can see how big it is up close. And yes, I lick my fingers all the time. You know, back in the day, I used to use flannel sheets. Now I'm too old and hot. I can't stand them. That's too much heat for me. Also keep an eye on my channel. Hey Tasha, how are you? I've been meaning to message you. I need to message you about I have some questions for you. So be keeping an eye out my channel. I'm going to be posting, which I might actually, I wish my mom's house doesn't have internet, so I can't really do a live out there. But anyway, so I went to my mom's on Saturday and had a sewing day. And she's been sewing and crafting forever. So she's like, oh yeah, I wanted to show you all these quilts I have that I've made. Some of them like 20 years ago. Maybe just shy of 20. And all three of them are gorgeous applique. One's birds, one's sunflowers, and like a seasonal. I'm going to post them on my channel so you guys can see them. I was like, where have these been? I'm like, you're holding out on me. And then she pulled out a bunch of quilts. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, you're as bad as, no wonder that's where I get it from. I make these quilt tops and then I don't finish them. I know it's literally in my blood. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, has anybody ever made a potato chip block or a potato chip quilt? They're 2.5 by 4.5 rectangles. And my mom made one at a local quilt shop. And it's all out of 30s fabric. And then she put let's see. Now I can't remember what it looks like. It's 30s fabric, and then I believe it has a white border, and then she made a piano key border out of the 30s. So it's stunning. So I'm actually, when she gets, okay, I screwed up. God, I messed up. When she gets, oh, I know what I forgot to do. When she gets the backing and batting, I'm going to quilt that for her. I need to make another one of these. I'm like, that does not line up. It's because I'm missing a row. Sometimes I just can't sew and talk. La, 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 la. It's okay. We're going to stay on until I get this block done. Amanda. Sometimes I have to yell at myself. I just don't listen. Sometimes I don't listen to myself. Oh, goodness gracious. I really think I screwed this up. Then we're going to put this down here. So, just don't pay attention to me. Okay. I still got a whole nother row to do. I mean, not like it's a whole row. It's huge. But I like to nest my seams. Oh. So don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's live. I think I'm going to... Should I put it out there in the universe? I don't know if I want to. I think my goals this year is to get to 500 subs. That probably seems like a lot because I'm only at 2-something. Is that too early to start? Start that? I have some ideas that I want to start implementing, so I really am looking to grow my channel more. And I'm going to stick with my lives, sit and stitches, but I really want to get into more of the teaching and tutorials. Now that the holidays are over, thank you, Tasha. And hopefully between my mom and I, we're done with ER visits and surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a not as eventful year. The last few months has been loony in our family. So that is my goal. I'm putting it out there. I grew, thanks to this awesome community, all of you helping me get to where I'm at right now. I tell you what, I've been in many different, I don't even know, like pursuits, areas in life, but this by far has been the best community ever. It's my quilty friends. Talking to my friends, Mama. I'm talking to my friends. Because I got friends. I'll spare you all. I will not sing. Will not sing. Okay. I cannot even carry a tune in my pocket. I'll leave that. I have 2 best friends and they both sing. So it's not my thing. Excuse me. Thank you for all the encouragement, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. So yes, I'm going to stick to my weekly lives. And now that I've been something I've been working on is recording tutorials. All right, Tasha, get them kiddos to bed. Thanks for hopping on and saying hi. Sweet dreams to the littles. Okay, Amanda, what are you doing? Guys, I got myself all messed up. Recording tutorials was so stressful to me. And I think now that I've figured that out and I recorded some and they went really well, I'm feeling a little more confident in myself that I can get those done. So, okay. So, a couple more strips here and then I will let you guys go. I really want to get one done. I got to get one done before I end. You know? Does everybody else, when you're making a new quilt, get one quilt block done and then keep going? Same, Zaza. I don't sing for people to hear me. That's for sure. And I have several friends that love karaoke, and I'm like, sister doesn't do karaoke. I will backup dance, but I ain't doing karaoke. I have. There may have been some liquid courage involved, but so yeah, I'm gonna get this one done. So a couple more things, and then I'll have one done. Another one done. Let's see. And then they get white sashing in between them with cornerstones. But I have to go. This background is just some inexpensive white from Walmart, so I have to go to Walmart tomorrow and pick up just one more yarn. Yeah, I can't do karaoke. I'm not going to. You're welcome. You're welcome for that, people. Okay, let's press this seam. I just love to press seams. Oh, I flipped a seam. Sorry, I got the yawns. I am a chronic yawner, by the way. I probably should have put my water bottle here, but oh, I gotta show you my water bottle. You can see the design. It's actually called the label on it said floral quilt. And my quilt bestie got it for me for Christmas. And it looks like a quilt. I told her, I said, it's my emotional support water bottle. So thank you for that. And I love it. I got to get that finished. I've been doing 2 a day of those. So that's about 80 ounces. But I just filled that back up. I can't finish that tonight. I don't get any sleep. And Mama needs her sleep because I'm feeling tired. See, I'm still yawning over here. Okay. I got one more little thing I got to make. And then that's done. Man, I really need a bunch of these, don't I? Is that like, no, it can't be. Okay. Forgive me. Piano got louder to drown me. Oh no, Brian. I have sung, I was in a choir in junior high, I guess. And then at the church we previously went to, did one Christmas program and that was it. That's all I needed. I was done. I was done. Okay. Make sure I'm doing this right. This is like the easiest quilt ever, and I'm over here going, is this right? Am I doing this right? Because I'm going to need one of these too. I did make 5 of those. Say, Brian. I'll make noise. I mean, sing. I sang out loud in church. The Lord likes a joyful noise. I don't sing where like too loud, but you know. I just don't stand there either. I sing. Okay, let's see if I can get this lined up. Okay, I'm almost there, guys. We're almost have one block done. So I can show it off. And I go clean my spot on the couch. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. I don't think I really should do laundry. Yeah, laundry will be there. It ain't going anywhere. I'll be there tomorrow. That's what I always figure. Okay. Now I'm going to take this long strip and put it on the bottom of this. Okay. Let's check this out to make sure I do this the right way the first time. So it goes on the bottom like that. This is almost too big for, this is like really big to work on. Okay. It goes on like this. Okay. I got it. Now let's get this nested so I can show you what I've got. Messed up my seams really well because I love that. We have quilting karaoke. Who wants to host that Zoom? All right. It says last seam, and I got a block made. I just don't like how that's laying. Okay. So I got bobbin. Thanks, Brian, for singing for us. Okay. Let's get my seams laid nicely. So close. You ready? If only I could have done it this way when I auditioned, right? Would that be nice? This is a long seam. Pressing it open. All right, let me press my seam. And then we'll have a reveal. Got a long seam on this one. let's flip it around. I think that's like 30 some inches, 36.5 inches big. One block. God, that's fantastic. Super fun. I worked on FPP all day Saturday at my mom's. I got a bunch of blocks done. That's the next quilt I want to get done. My woven star FPP, because I have a second FPP quilt pattern I bought, and I have all the fabric for it that I want to get going this year. And I'm also prepping fabric for Lori Holt applique quilt. Prepping the interfacing right now, I should say. The seam is just fighting me. Okay. All right. You ready? You ready for it? That is one block. It's so big. It's so huge. One block. Oh, there's block number 2. I will hang it up on the design wall in the proper location. This one goes in the top right. Because I still have to do, then it gets bordered, cornerstones, and sashing has cornerstones. So, yeah. Ginormous. All right. I'm pleased with my progress. One block done. I'll probably work on this tomorrow as well. Oh, I do have a Zoom at 8, so we'll see. Thank you, Brian. Okay, I appreciate you all hanging out so much. Thank you, Joy. I know it's really kind of fun. Trying to plug my iron. I've never made a quilt where the blocks were that big, so I'm pretty excited. It's just going to be like that. Like it's just one honey pie. I do know that she has other quilt patterns with the same design, but there's more of them. Not just the one big flower. I mean, it's kind of like a flower. I'm not really sure. Thank you, Zaza. I appreciate you all being here. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up on your way out. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll be back here next week, same time, same channel, same bat crazy lady will be here. Okay, happy stitching.